Can I check it up here? Let me see. Hi, guys. Oh, no, don't delete it. Cancel. Hi, everybody. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Kentucky Born. We are doing my favorite kitchen hacks today. I'm so excited. You guys ready? Uh-oh. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Jean. Okay, well, you guys are jumping on. I have to share. That's my crazy job. Okay, hold on. Let me share. I just got back from catering a party. I have to send you guys. Thank you for my hearts. Yes. We need all new heart me's today. Anybody that's new that wants to throw a heart up there, we love you. Join our party. All right, today I'm going to do all my favorite kitchen hacks. Thanks, Patricia, for all those fun things. All right, while I'm doing that, I'm going to get you guys, I'm going to share to all my peeps that I love so much. Yay. It takes a minute for me to do that, and then we are going to have so much fun. We're going to do all kitchen hacks and how-tos tonight. I'm kind of excited about that. Like weird, like fun stuff, but different, but fun. How are you guys all doing? It's Saturday night. I just catered a really beautiful baby shower. It's really sweet. I had a lot of fun. The food looked gorgeous. I think it tasted good too. Everyone seemed to be having a really good time. So I'll be posting pictures of all of that after the live. And then I'm going to bed because I'm catering I think it's 75 people or 80 people tomorrow night. Well, tomorrow day. So I'm going to try and go on in the morning, but I'm not making any promises because I'm going to be a lunatic running around. And it's a little bit cray-cray in my kitchen. We got a lot going on. So I'm almost finished sharing. It takes forever, but I know it's important. If you guys want to share out, we're going to have a lot of kitchen fun tonight. It's going to be fun. We've got a lot of people here already in the room. If you guys are into it and you want to throw a little heart up there, share a little heart love. We need to collect more. We can't fall under 100. I don't think you're allowed to fall under 100. They get cranky. Cranky. Hello. Okay, I'm almost on. I think I almost got everybody. On this fine. Okay, there we go. Woo! We're power tapping already. Robin's in the house. Hi, Lisa. Okay. All right, here we go. Hi. All right, let's get set up. So I was thinking, what am I going to do? What was I going to do on a Saturday Night Live? Hi, everyone. Hey, Cheryl. And I said, ooh, you know what I've not done? Like kitchen hacks. So I wrote a bunch down, ton of them. And I thought it would be fun, so I'm gonna go through a bunch of them. So if some of them are on the stove. Hey, Diane, nice to see you. Thanks for my heart. Hi, Tiffany. Thank you. I know, I thought it would be kind of fun, right? Kitchen hacks. I think that's kind of fun. All right, let me see if I can get this camera. I gotta get a better system. Right now, you're on top of a cheesecake pan. And it's wobbly and crazy. Hey, One Feather, I haven't seen your name fly up here in a while. I think. Maybe I have. Oh my God, it was such a busy day. So I've been cooking since, I don't even know. I feel like forever. But I knew I had to come and see everybody. And I think we're going to do more late afternoon, nighttime lives because it seems like there's a lot more people around that want to be out there. Okay, so we have a bunch of stuff, and of course I'm not ready, so I'm going to be running all over my kitchen tonight. But that's okay. It's still going to be fun. But I thought it would be fun to do some kitchen hacks. So I have a lot of spices up. We're going to look at, how do we make some spice? What goals? Hey, hi, Danny. What goals do I have to set? I can't do all of that and cook and teach. I can't do it. It's too much tonight. You guys are gonna just have to watch and have fun and send love however you want to send it. But I do know we need more heart me's and all of that. Okay, to keep relevant, because that's the pain. It's like the love and flow. Thank you, Robin. The ebb and flow of this. Okay, so hold on. Let's turn the light on a little bit. Can you guys see? Is it too light in here? Too bright, too dark? Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna do, I wanna teach you guys some spice blends. I'm gonna teach you how to cut cherry tomatoes, the right way to cut a pepper, how to keep potatoes from turning brown. We have, I think I have on here, how to reheat rice. We're gonna do garlic paste. I don't have that. Citrus zest, blanch and freeze vegetables. I want to show you that. We've got a lot, so we'll see how much we get through. But I thought it would be fun. Thank you, Patricia. I thought it would be fun to do a few fun things. Okay, so before we start, I gotta run back into my pantry because I forgot 2 things. So hold on, let me go grab 2 things. Okay, I think I have 2 things I need. Oh wait, one more thing. Okay, I got a few things. I needed some white vinegar. All right. You know, I always talk about organic strawberries, so I thought this would be kind of fun. Let's get a bowl. Now, I'm thinking I want to pour a little bit of it doesn't have to be hot water, and we don't want it to be cold, but we want it to be like room temperature water. And we're gonna put our strawberries in here, right? Have you guys seen that ionic thing? I thought that ionic thing was pretty cool. I didn't get it because I freaked. I didn't want to have gross. Uh-oh. Stop it. Don't drive me crazy tonight. Oh, I don't have any more in here. We're gonna put a little bit of white vinegar in these. And then I'm gonna show you how you store your... Hi, Sammy, thanks for the follow. All right, so I'm gonna take strawberries. These are organic strawberries. So for those of you, yep, we're gonna get there. Those of you who are new to being here tonight, because I know I don't normally come on a Saturday night. I've only been on a few times. We are, my name's Chef Liz. I have been working at Nature's Temptations for 20 years, and I've been an organic whole food chef for 40. Hey, John, how's it going? For 40 years. And believe it or not, I'm gonna be 61 this summer in a few weeks. Thank you for whatever that love was. And I came on for my first live in the end of September, so I've only been on about 9 months. And I really spend a lot of time sharing all the food, and I've studied food and healing my entire career. I've read, I don't even know, several hundred books on the topic, and I really, I think organic food is the way to be. So thanks for all the follows. Thank you, user. And thank you, Jenny. And I really find that, I didn't know what to expect when I first came onto TikTok and started sharing what I know. And now, I'm Robin. That's nice to hear that she's doing so well. A complete organic menu and doing well. That's so awesome. And I didn't know what to expect. And I found that a lot of people don't really have a lot of knowledge of clean food. So I kind of have spent the last few months really trying to teach and build and oh, okay, you ready? You ready, Lindy? Lindy Lou? Okay, I got the message. Stop talking, teach. Gotcha. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna put a little baking powder in here also. I'm gonna go get it, but I'm going to add, it is key, I'm gonna add a little bit of white vinegar. This is organic white vinegar. And I'm gonna let it sit in here for a minute. Hey, June. And I'm gonna get a little bit of baking powder, which I wanna go grab, and then I'm gonna show you all the caca that comes off. Then we're gonna dry them off, and then I like to store them in hey Mats, I like to store them in a jar, a mason jar. It's my favorite thing to store food in. I even freeze soup. I like the wide mouth jars. I don't like the ones that are tight. So I put soup in here and berries and all kinds of fun stuff. So I just put a little bit of white vinegar in here. And let me go get a little bit of baking powder. gonna use a little soda. I like the soda better. Baby powder, no, Justin. Baking powder, but I am actually gonna use a little soda because I like that better. It's effervescence. And we're gonna just mix that up, just kind of toss it up a little, and it's gonna just kind of clean up the strawberries a little bit better. Now, strawberries happen to be on, yeah, I love that. Look at that with the vinegar. It's gonna just kind of wash these off a lot. Now remember, strawberries are on the Dirty Dozen list for the Environmental Working Group. So if you love strawberries and you're on a budget, you really want to shop and add the Dirty Dozen as your produce. And what the Environmental Working Group does, they are exactly what they say. They test products and they test things, and they try and give you all the information you need. Yes, we're exfoliating the strawberries. Nice, right? And we're just gonna let that sit for a minute. It's gonna kind of get all the dirt off of them without changing the flavor or cooking them at all. See, this came off. I don't know what that is, but it's like some kind of caca dirt. And we're just gonna kind of clean them up just a little bit. And then we're gonna get some paper towel. And we're gonna rinse and dry them right in some nice clean water. So we're just gonna let them sit just a little bit more. And you're gonna see all the dirt and bugs that come off them. These are not too bad. They're not as bad as when, come on guys, be nice, don't be crazy. All right, here we go. We're just gonna shake it off. Now we're gonna rinse this. I want you guys to see the junk that comes off of them. It's not as bad. The organic strawberries are definitely not as bad as the ones that come out of when you do this with non-organic strawberries, but it really makes a difference. And then we're gonna give them one big rinse. So you can see that it doesn't soften them or cook them or anything. But it definitely cleans them. And then we're gonna rinse them off a little bit. Now you can leave them in here for 10 minutes or so, but I want you to see all the dirt. Can you see that water? Let me show you. See the dirt that came off of them? And this is organic berries. They grow in sand and dirt, so you're gonna get a lot of dirt off of them. So now we're gonna rinse them. Yes, they last a much longer time. So now we're gonna rinse them off, and I'm gonna strain them. Oh, they look so clean and pretty now. Not that they didn't before. So what I was saying before is the organic, the Environmental Working Group every year comes out with a list. They call it the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. Now the Clean 15, if you're shopping on a budget and you can't really, it's a little bit more difficult for you to buy everything organic. What they recommend, yeah, lukewarm, yeah, same thing, baking powder or soda, and then you just rinse them. Exactly. I know, I'm very excited. You should start, you'll be getting your recipes either tomorrow night or Sunday or Monday morning for next week's cooking class. And next week's cooking class is brunch. Hey, Club Chi-Chi. See, now we're gonna dry these off a little bit. We wanna make sure they're pretty dry because we're gonna now store them. What I do is I put a little bit of a paper towel in the bottom of my jar just to take some of the moisture away. And I'll take that out tomorrow night or something. And then I add these into my jar. And this, when you spend $8 or $9, or thank you, hey, Gigi, and you want your strawberries and berries to last. So what I was saying, the Clean 15 and the Dirty Dozen. So when you look at the Dirty Dozen list, it's got green beans, grapes, kale, mustard greens. Oh God, I can see the list. There's a lot, but you can find it in my Book of Face page. You can find it there, or you can find it where else can you find it? I think that's the place I have it right now. And you'll be able to, I think it's also in the Pantry Makeover, which is definitely posted in the in the Book of Face group. I'm just drying them off a little bit. So my whole box won't fit, but that's perfect because I can eat these tonight as a snack. And then I just put them in my freezer, my refrigerator, just like this. And I have, these will stay like 2 weeks. Hey, welcome to the best place. Yay, look at that. See how clean they are? I dried them off. And all that dirt is gone. I mean, it's pretty, I mean, for me, it's not as bad as when you buy them non-organic, but this is great. So there you go. I'm gonna put these right in my fridge, and I'll tell you the truth, if I showed these to you on our kitchen, our, what do you call it, kitchen pharmacy on Wednesday. Hello, Mary. You will see, and we can snack on these tonight. You will see that they'll still be holding up great. Next. So that's how you store berries. It works really well, and yeah, it's only 20 people in our cooking classes, so they start next week, and I'm all over the place, sorry guys. It starts next week, and we will, hold on. We will, here we go. So I think I have a few more spots for our brunch class. It's $29 to do it, and we're gonna be on Zoom. And you're gonna get the recipes ahead of time, so you'll be cooking and I'll be able to teach you. Oh, it's $24 today? Nice, all right. And that's on, you can follow the link. If you're interested, you can join tonight. I have a cookbook on there. What did you do? I missed. So Butch, I'm doing a kitchen hack, and I just said how to store strawberries. So I rinsed them in a little bit of tepid water, like a room temperature water with baking soda and white vinegar. Rinsed them, and then I dried them and I put them in a mason jar so they would cook. But these didn't fit, so these are gonna be a little evening snack. How do we join? So if you go on my profile, there's a link there, and all the information is right there. You can pick your class. The first class starts next Sunday night at 7 p.m. It'll be a Zoom class. You'll be getting the recipes ahead of time, so I can teach you, as we're learning. Okay, so my next quick hack is how do we cut cherry tomatoes? You can do this with grapes also. And this, I have to tell you, these are one of my favorite tomatoes. If you can find the Del Cabo brand of tomatoes, and I don't get any money. When I talk about brands, it's just brands that I love to cook with. I have no partnerships. I don't ask for money. I just tell you what I love. That's it. I just want you to find good tasting food. These taste like they're on the vine now. So lids like this that you get from when you buy Chinese food or whatever you love. We're gonna do this. We're gonna put these on here. Now you could do this with grapes also. Dirty Dozen, strawberry spinach, kale, collard, mustard greens, nectarines. I don't know if nectarines hit the list this year. Grapes, green beans. There's a lot of different ones. So you need 2 lids, you see that? And you're gonna put them on nice and tight so that they don't move. Oh yeah, oh you did, you got it up there? So I have an ebook up there, and it's got, it's all about blood pressure and how to eat to help your blood pressure. So now I'm gonna take a knife and I'm gonna cut them right through the middle. If you wanna have nice cherry tomatoes, oops, they're sliding away. You could do this with grapes also, but if you have a nice salad, look at that. Now you have all these cherry tomatoes. This guy got away from me. Come on. My knife needs to be sharpened. Look at that. Now you have all these beautiful tomatoes. Oh, so simple. You could do this with grapes also. So fun. All right, nice and easy. And guess where we're gonna put them? Right in my mason jar. I like Del Cabo tomatoes. They even have like an heirloom variety, but they taste like they just came off the vine in your garden. And I have to tell you, they are, I think sometimes their conventional tomatoes almost taste just as good. All right, so that's next. Uh-oh. Tomatoes all over the floor. All right, so now I want to show you next. Well, we're going to put some water on the fire, and I'm going to show you how to actually blanch vegetables and get them frozen. Because I find a lot of times, you know, I like to have vegetables ready to go, and I'm not a fan of frozen from the store, but if I have a lot of broccoli and I can't finish it all, I steam it a little bit or blanch it, and I'm able to throw it in the freezer. If you have it in your garden and you don't want to pickle it or jar it, you can do it like this. All right. Now, so while the water's getting ready to boil, I'm going to show you your next step. Okay. I love ginger. Thank you, P. Jeffries. Okay, so I want to show you something. I like to peel my ginger like this. If you ever like to use fresh ginger, look at how easy it is to take the back of your, to take a spoon and just take the skin off. Ginger is expensive. Even though you don't need a lot, you're paying a lot for a small piece. So when you use a spoon like this, it takes the skin off, but you don't lose, instead of cutting where, if you were to cut that, you're gonna take off so much more ginger than, you know what I mean? So instead, you can't see that? Okay, how can I show you that? Do you need more light? Do you want me to make the light brighter? Hold on, maybe that will help. Is that better? Let me show you. You ready? Center. Okay, you see that? See how there's skin on here? Bring it closer to me. How about that? Is that better? Just weren't in camera view. Okay, so if you take the back of your spoon, you can take the skin right off without losing your ginger. You see? It's sort of better than a peeler. Did you get that? Let me take this piece now. Watch. You see that? Look at that. Peels right off with your spoon. That works too, La. But this is the kitchen hack. But you see how it just comes right off? Yay. You guys can see that? Ooh, look at that. I know, right? It's so easy. And then you have all of this little shaved off ginger, but I mean, you could still use the skin, I think. You know, if you want to make a ginger tea or a ginger poultice if you're sick, it really works very well. All right, so there you go. There's another one. Now, we're gonna clean our broccoli sort of the same way, and we're gonna get it ready for freezing. So there you go, that's number 3. All right, now, you ready? Can you eat the skin? I mean, I suppose you could. It's not going to hurt you. I don't think, you could juice it. It's really spicy. I just ate some. You can use the skin for sure, so there's no waste. You could do that. All right, so now let's talk about how we're going to set up for freezing a vegetable. I think, can you eat the skin? Chef, can we post this in the community? Post what in the community? Oh, all of these hacks? You mean? Is that what you mean? I have a whole ebook I'm gonna write for you guys that maybe we'll do as like just a freebie that they can get. There's gonna be quite a few little hacks in there. So yes. So when you're freezing vegetables, you wanna make sure that you have no, nothing in here that's like bad or sour. Now, when you get broccoli, there's a lot of bugs. You can get little worms in your broccoli and stuff, and sometimes you don't see it, especially organic. You hack, we tap. You're so funny. So we're gonna throw these in here. Yeah, that's our thing here. We get like 100,000 likes. I think in the last 30 days, we got like almost 1 million likes. Yes, that is true. I do give a lot of stuff away. And sometimes Tyler gets mad at me because he's like, you give too much free stuff. But I don't know. I like to give stuff away. I can't help it. All right, now we're going to do the tepid water and do the same thing with the vinegar and the stuff. The vinegar and the baking soda. So we're going to add like a tepid water. I don't want it to be cold and I don't want it to be hot. Then we're gonna add some vinegar. We're gonna let this sit, right? Because it's gonna pull a lot of the bug. And if there's bugs or worms in here, we're gonna pull them out. Yes, it's so helpful if you're supportive. I love that. Okay, now, yes, you can join. So here's the thing. Ooh, the cooking wife. I like that. You're gonna learn some hacks tonight, cooking wife. Oh, I hear our water getting ready. So now this is fun because, like I was saying, if you have too many vegetables around and you can't get them all done, you will, you can't finish using them. It's really fun to freeze them. It's good, freezing your own vegetables. So now I'm mixing up the vinegar and water. Right, now we're gonna add our baking soda. This is gonna pull out any bugs or dirt that you might not see, right? So I'm just gonna add a little bit. And then, in a minute after we do our vegetables, what are we making? Mark, I am going over some of my favorite kitchen hacks and how-tos. This is like a how-to. How do you get your vegetables ready to go in the freezer, to freeze your own vegetables? Hey, Kath. So I'm just kind of cleaning our broccoli right now, and I'm just doing a little bit of water. You can buy those good vegetable sprays, but you can also do it just like this. And there's a product called, and I don't know if you guys have a pen or paper right now, but there's a product called, hi, Ellen, thanks for the follow. Welcome. And if you guys feel like it and you're new here and you want to drop a heart me, that's really great for your favorite creators. It's like, I think it's Penny, and it really helps. And then you claim the points, and it really helps when you follow creators that you like. It keeps us relevant. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this for a few minutes, and it will take all the goobies out and all the caca that we don't want in here and all the dirt. And then we're gonna take it, we're gonna rinse it, we're gonna blanch it for like 3 minutes. That's it. Now, normally, if you were gonna blanch a vegetable that you could saute in garlic and oil, you would actually blanch broccoli for 6 to 8 minutes, depending on how you like it. However, thank you, 15. But if you're only getting it ready to freeze and you're gonna recook it or heat it in a couple of weeks, especially my gardeners out there, if you're growing broccoli and you're not into the jarring or canning, or you don't want to put vinegar in it, this is a really good way to do it. So I did a little bit of like tepid water with some white vinegar and some baking soda. So now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna show it to you. I wanna show you all the dirt that comes out and the bugs. Sometimes when I work with broccoli, I find those big like mealy worms. I don't like them, they freak me out. But this one doesn't have them, but I will show you the dirt. But first, let me rinse this. Now I'm gonna rinse it. I'm rinsing it obviously in my sink. And we're gonna get ready to blanch it. So when you blanch something, you're you bring the water to a boil, and I'm not gonna salt this water. Sometimes if I'm just gonna blanch for like 6 to 8 minutes and I'm gonna serve the broccoli right away, thank you so much for all those gifts. I grew up blanching corn on the cob, then freezing the corn. Yeah, exactly, right? Thank you for joining our fan club, Helen. Make sure you claim those 46 points. Okay, now, I have water boiling on the stove. I am not going to, if I'm setting up to freeze, I am not going to, put salt in my water. If I was cooking it by the campground, how are you? Love you. Thank you for all my heart puffs. I would, because I'm freezing it, I'm not going to salt the water. If I was going to saute it right out of the blanch or add garlic and oil or even just serve it on the table plain, I would add a little salt. But I'm not doing that. I'm going to freeze it. So I'm going to set my timer and get it ready. I only want to blanch it for 2 minutes because that will just takes the membrane out a little bit, and I'm pressing my button to start. And I'm just gonna hold that down a little bit. Now, I'm gonna get my paper ready. I have my pan, and once this comes out, we're gonna dry it a little bit on a paper towel. Why do you have to blanch it? Why do you have to blanch it? I'm gonna throw it in the freezer. I want your kitchen. Thanks, Sarah. I'm blanching it. Why do I have to blanch it? Because I'm freezing it. And it it holds better. It doesn't freeze or anything like that. So once it comes out, and I don't have a better answer, I should find that out. I don't know why. It's just what I do. I don't really have a good answer. Sorry. But it's only for 2 minutes. I don't want to blanch it any longer than that. It looks so pretty. It's bright green. Oh, is there a buggy coming out of that? Hold on, I see bugs coming out. Which shouldn't happen. But, ooh, these have bugs. I don't think I let it sit a little long enough, so let's see. Do you guys get really skeevy about bugs? You know, I notice, I don't know too much about conventional because I don't pay attention. It only lasts 3 months if you don't blanch. Yeah, it doesn't last as long and it gets all like funky and stuff. Hi, Joan. I now only buy frozen broccoli because of worms. I know, Patricia. Same with, yeah, you could do the same process with asparagus, cauliflower. If it stops it from icing up and locks in the flavor, yeah. So also, I'm gonna put it on here so it dries a little because I don't want to get it like watery and it get like crystals in it. When blanching broccoli and freezing, do you keep water in it, Chef? No, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm putting paper towel here. As soon as it brings, there it is. We're gonna lay it here and let it dry a little bit. We'll let it dry a little bit and then we're gonna let it go. Then we're gonna put it in the freezer. But you see how pretty that looks? You know, I'm a little, do you guys get freaked out about bugs? I don't know why. I don't get too freaked out about bugs, but if you do, I'm not gonna show you this pan, but I'm gonna show you. Even though maybe I didn't let it last too long, but you're gonna see all kinds of crazy coming out of here. Now, hold on, let me look if I can show you. Is that a bug? Is that a little bug? I can't tell. Can you see? Is that a bug? Can you see that on my hand? And I'm not one of those people that really thinks, you know how like that whole new movement of like eating bugs? Yeah, there's something weird, you know, vegan nurse says, or veg nurse. All right, hold on, let me damp these out. So now we want to make sure that they don't have a lot of water in them because obviously you don't want to have the ice crystal. But look how pretty they look, right? Hold on. Oh, look. See? And this is organic, but see all this? It didn't come out. Hold on, where's my glasses? I'm gonna see. Yeah, see here, this is infested with bugs. And I will throw this out, but look, and we didn't get them all out. See, and if you don't notice that, you're gonna eat that. Yuck. And I probably should have let it sit a little bit longer. Let's see what's going on in here. All right, hold on. I'm putting my glasses on so I can see. Yup, I'm not gonna eat these. There's so many bugs. Yeah, usually there's little white worms, but these guys, they're like little gnats. Can you see that? It's like a broccoli gnat. Can you guys see that? Heck no, frozen forever. I mean, and these are organic. Can you, and so they use pest, they use integrated pest management to help you with the with bugs, but broccoli has a lot. So for me, I would have wanted to, oh, see, look, there's a lot in here. So look at that. Hold on. See, now I probably should have waited a little longer, but I'm going to show you. This is not going to make you guys want to eat organic produce, but I do want to show you how many bugs came out. And we didn't even get them all out when we did I'm going to show you that. Look at that. Well, not eating broccoli again. This is the entire hack in itself. It totally is. Look. Can you guys see that? And baking soda, right? Just extra protein. Some people believe that, Andrea. I do not. I don't buy into that. But I also don't get grossed out. Like, I'm not skeevy about it. Because I know that, when you're where did I put my glasses? Oh, here they are. I want to see something. Are they really bugs or is it just dirt? No, those are bugs. These are definitely broccoli mites. Look at that. Oh my God. Are you guys really totally freaked out? A lot of broccoli mites. So I want to do a little research on how to get all those broccoli mites out. Usually they come out with what we did, but I probably didn't wait long enough. And I would not eat this broccoli. And if my daughter ever saw this, I think she'd probably lose her mind. Yeah. Crazy. But anyway, if I was going, all broccoli has those, well, I'm going to probably venture to say yes. I know, right? If you go and do this, you want to figure it out. I have organic frozen broccoli. Do I need to be concerned? I don't think so. I have organic frozen broccoli too. I can't even get in there right now. I actually have it. But this doesn't, I'm going to do a little research. And when we meet up again, the first thing I'm going to find out is how we get those mites to come out, because usually they come out in the vinegar, but I'm kind of moving very quickly. So maybe they didn't come out. I didn't get them out fast enough. But I mean, the broccoli's so pretty, isn't it? Vegetables with vinegar water will eliminate it. Well, Yari, you might have missed it. We just did that. Vinegar and, I know, Gabe, everybody says that. That's like the new thing. But I did do that. I did add the vinegar and water and baking soda. Is it with vinegar and water? I did that, but when I blanched them to go and freeze them from you, Sarah, it's where I work. I got this from where I work. Don't tell me that. Yes, Yari, so I think I probably should have done it longer. I only did it for like 2 minutes. So what I did is like this one's fine. I would eat this. You want to see me eat it? Are you guys gonna freak if I eat it? This one's clean. Oh, it tastes so good too. It's so sweet. But yeah, there's a lot of bugs in here. Oh my God, I just brought broccoli. Is it organic? Cauliflower doesn't have as many bugs, no. Yeah, so remember, this is an organic space. At least a half an hour, and then do you see the bugs come out, Yari? Hold on, do I have more broccoli? I want to test that. Do I have broccoli? Oh, I have a little piece of broccoli. All right, we're testing it again. I have one small piece. Let's test it again. Because I got a lot of goobers out before, but I'm gonna test it one more time. So watch. This is a little old, but it's okay. We'll try it. It's a little tired broccoli. And you can't really see them either, which is crazy. I'm concerned about organic now. No, don't be concerned. You know, what I like about this and what this tells me is that they're really using true pest management. You've eaten so many bugs. And look, you're fine. Publix. So when you're here in this space, I really am, I promote and love organic produce. I've been eating it my whole life, since I'm an adult. Since I could buy my own food. All right, so let's see. We're gonna time this. We're gonna put this in here. I'm mixing it up. You see what I did? And we're gonna let it sit. I mean, it's better for you. I don't know if it means anything like that. I just think that bugs, I mean, it's growing in dirt. You're gonna get bugs. I think what this tells you is whether you get organic or not, I think, you have to clean your produce. A lot of people think, oh my God, I got organic produce, so, you can eat it right out of the box. That was baking soda. Yeah, let's let it sit for 20 minutes and see what happens. You have to clean your produce. You have to clean it. It's either bugs or poisons, correct. So the message here is you really have to clean your produce. A lot of people will make raw broccoli, but honestly, if you blanch it for 2 minutes, it's still gonna have a really nice crunch and you're gonna clean it more, right? Organic blanched bugs, yummy. All right, mushrooms. How do you clean a mushroom so that you don't make it soggy and gross, right? Or black when you cook it, because you don't like that. People don't like to get that. So what I do is I take a paper towel, and again, this is dirt. That's dirt. So if you don't want to eat dirt and you love mushrooms, you gotta clean them. So how I do that is I take a damp paper towel and I just do this. And I clean the mushroom. If you throw it in water, you're going to have a soggy mushroom, and it will turn black when you're cooking it. These are creminis. Now you could peel that off, but I don't normally unless it's hanging there. So this is some of the stuff that I do, and if you guys really enjoy doing this, we're going to be doing a cooking classes live where you can cook along with me. You can sign up with the link in my bio. There's a lot of stuff in there. It's the if you're into that or you want to kind of get involved and see the recipes, there's a recipe vault on there where I do a kitchen pharmacy class every Wednesday morning, and it's some topic on food and healing, whether it's cold and flu, arthritis, high blood pressure, all kinds of fun stuff. And it's like, I think it's $7 a month. I don't know, is it on sale again? That's Tyler. He puts stuff on sale during lives. So, but if you join that, you're going to have access. I don't even know. There's a lot of recipes on there, and I load up more every week, even for our subscriber only. You can get all of our recipes there. It's $5 a month for the vault. And then we have all our kitchen pharmacy and all of our, hey Tammy, thanks for my heart. All of our kitchen pharmacy is on there, and all of our, kitchen pharmacy, other recipes. There's like no code needed. Okay, cool. And then look, see, so I'm just cleaning them like this. There is so much stuff on there from our subscriber only night. We have meatball night, appetizer night, Greek night. Last week we did German night. We've done, I know more. Paper towels have chemicals. We can't win. Well, we say that here a lot. So you fit right in, more or less. We are very much, I am of the phrase, it's better than. Like, okay, I'm not, the mushroom's really not going to absorb too much chemicals because we're wiping very quickly. But it's better than eating dirt, Monday night, we're doing casserole night. And you'll be able to go to the vault and get all those recipes. So on subscriber night, it's like $3. We were going to raise the price totally on here. And then I was like, let's not do that. Let's keep it $2.99. And then if you want to get the recipes, you can go over to the link. And now all the recipes are in there that you can download. Yeah, same way, respect, yes. So if you buy the vegetables frozen, I'm going to assume they go through a cleaning process. No, Cheryl, they're not emailed, but you have access. You have all the access. I know that. See, so you're just dusting off your mushrooms. Do you guys want to see how to cook mushrooms? Do you want me to cook these for you guys? Yeah, yams? Oh, really? Yeah, I know. Well, remember, organic produce is, they use pest management instead of pesticides. Everything's grown in dirt. I mean, our produce is grown in dirt. There's bugs. We're in their land, the bugs' land, right? But the bugs would be, if they're frozen, right? The bugs would be not crawling around anymore, but you should not have to wash frozen vegetables. You should be able to use them. But the idea is that you have to wash your vegetables when you get them. You cannot just eat them out of a box. Now, I've been a chef for a very long time. I graduated in the 90s, but I've been cooking since the 80s. And I could buy my own food. I've always eaten organic food. But when I became a professional chef, I'm around a lot of produce, and I've heard a lot of stories about how produce is stored and where it's kept and blah, blah, blah. And, there's bugs and critters around. So just think about that. Lee, thanks for my heart, me. You were a subscriber before June 1st, right? Yeah, we had to do that, and I'll tell you why. Let me adjust this really quickly. I am very much here to give you the information I've learned. However, what I'm learning, thank you for my heart, thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Pineapple, for the follow, is what I've learned is that, to keep all of this in flow and flux and you guys get all the information, I'm trying to create a ton of value for you guys, but I have to make a tiny bit of money to make sure I can keep up and doing this. So it costs a little money, and I hate talking about it, but that's why I'm like, okay, let me give you all of this value that if you pay for a little bit of stuff, you will keep me here and I can teach and play and we can have fun. That's it. That's all I can do. So this is our mushrooms, right? So do you want me to saute these for you guys? I get teased by other nurses I work with that I waste my money on organic produce. Vag, I would say let them tease you, because I'm going to assume you're healthier and feeling good. And, some nurses are not, or some people are not. I live in a bubble and I work in a bubble. So we harvested from our garden and I survived 62 years so far. Hey, Andrea, listen, I agree, but I know, nope, you're healthy, they're not. Yeah, I mean, I look at it this way. I'm 61 years old. I feel great. I work today. I've been up since 5:30 this morning in my kitchen since 6:30. I cooked for 23 people. You're going to see the spread. I'm going to put it. I bring you guys along, but for this, it was a private, really very small private party. So I couldn't bring you. But, after this class, I'm going to put out the video of all the food that we did. And I'm up tomorrow at 5 a.m. I'm on my feet. I'm cooking for 80 people tomorrow during the day, all day. So, I feel great. I live an organic life, and I see people my age that are in pretty serious stress and trouble. So I am a huge promoter of organic, clean food. I see what's going on. I see how people have a ton of inflammation, a ton of, problems. And I'm helping you guys. So I talk to you about it a lot. When you go to the doctor and you get, where is Stan? The Stan store you're talking about, P. Jeffries? Is that what you're talking about? Please tell him Stan is legit. Stan is legit. What does that mean? Oh, yes? So, yeah, if you go to the Stan.store, just follow the link. There's a lot of information in there. Oh, yeah, Gabe, you saw that. That was fun, right? I can't show you what I'm doing this weekend, though. I have to show you the after party. I'll show it to you tonight. You'll get the video. I did a lot of video and photographs of the work we did today. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful baby shower, but it was a very private party. It was only 23 people. There was 4 of us working. Let's see. Let's see. So outside of the live, the vault has everything else. Yes, Sarah. So on the vault, you have all of everything that we've done here. There's going to be all the kitchen pharmacy, all the subscriber recipes, and then whatever else. There's another box in there. What is that box? I forget. Is it? Yes, ma'am. Is kombucha juice good for you? June, I can't drink kombucha, but people who can handle the fermented, they swear by it. But I can't drink it. But I know people that love kombucha and they drink it all the time, and they say it tastes delish. So I can't tell you one way or the other. Here, we'll put this over here. Okay, you guys want to see my secret to cutting a pepper? Some of you guys that have been here before have seen that, but I will show you. And then maybe we'll saute mushrooms in a little bit. So I was thinking, how do I keep doing this and showing you guys? I made kombucha for years, but I can't drink it anymore. Too much acid. Lisa, see, I don't know. It's not good for me. Oh yeah, and I have a cookbook, all soups, and you can get it on the Stan store, and I'll sign it for you. And I decided I was gonna put I have to get my knife sharpened again. And I put in a little gift. What are you saying? Oh, about Veg Nurse. I would say, sometimes people are just a little jelly too. They see how healthy and clean and beautiful your skin is and how good you feel. And, they don't want to admit that their diet is not healthy or clean, I think that makes a difference. Okay, here's how I cut a pepper. A beautiful organic pepper. Thank you for my heart puffs. Clock it. What does that mean, clock it? I don't understand. All right, so I'm going to cut the top off of my pepper, right? And I cut this and use this, but I want to show you something. And then I'm going to go this way, right? Cut the bottom, cut the top. You're speaking facts. Got it. Yeah, sometimes that's what it is. People are just like, they constantly want to see and know what I'm eating. Well, that's very different. Put me on live when you're working, or send them over here. We'll teach them. Okay, isn't it funny? Listen, doctors and nurses get what do they get? I think it's less than 6 hours of nutrition information. And when you go to the doctor and they give you a thing don't eat this food and eat this, and then you're like, well, what do I do with that? What I've been doing, and I've done for a few people so far, is I've created 7-day meal plans for them. Now, if you are one of those people that doesn't know what to do with a diagnosis and you have this paper, reach out to me. Jump on a one-to-one call. So I'll do a Zoom call with you. We'll talk, and then I will help you with those diets and create meal plans, 7-day, 14-day, 30-day. I'll give you recipes, shopping lists, and actually show you how you can shop and eat and feel better. Because that's what this is all about. And I'm going to tell you, I have seen miraculous things when people, turn to organic, clean food. Okay, now, See, we have our pepper like this. Watch this so you don't get seeds anywhere, right? You're gonna go and you're gonna go right up against your pepper. Can you see that? And I'm cutting all the way around. And look, it's all gone. Hi, Peggy, thank you. Wow, this is so helpful. Look how easy that was. And now you're done. Now, I'm gonna show you one more thing about a pepper. So peppers are on the nightshade list. Nightshades are things that grow undercover in the night, right? And they are white potatoes, eggplant, peppers, and there's one other one, tomatoes, okay? Now, with peppers, so those are very abrasive to people who are suffering from any type of arthritis. So if you have arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis, any type of arthritis, you probably should stay away from nightshades. Now, if you're desperate and you love nightshades, which I love nightshades, I will tell you, there's one thing you can do to help you when you take this. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but can you see that like almost like grainy or textured skin inside the pepper? Can you see that? High in alkaloids, yep. If you take a knife, you need a very, very sharp knife, and I've showed this to a lot of people that have been on my show, on these lives before. You are gonna take that out. This is the pith of the pepper. This is the abrasive part. Oops, hold on, I got a puzzle piece. Haven't got that in a long time. Uh-oh, it didn't work. Hold on, one more time. Uh-oh, it didn't work. Ugh. All right, hold on, let me hold this. Hold, guys. Let me see, that should do it. Okay, good. This is the part of the pepper that's very abrasive for arthritis. You see it? It's kind of like mealy and textured. Can you guys see that? So if you want to get rid of that, and you don't want that in your food, or you really want to have a pepper, you got to get rid of that. Okay? So now you have this very nice, clean, very shiny. You see the difference? And you can eat this pepper. I have a little bit more in here. So you want to just get rid of that membrane, and that will help. Okay? So for anybody that has arthritis, but you really still want to eat your pepper, just get rid of that. And now you can eat it and not have the arthritis. Now, here's the thing. How many people out there are suffering from joint pain, arthritis pain? I will tell you, I didn't have too much of inflammation. I didn't think. And about 2 months ago, I had to stop eating gluten. I will share soon, but not right now, why. And I am shocked how much better I feel. I did not expect how much better I would feel not eating gluten. Now, I'm Italian. I grew up, eating a ton of bread and pasta. And I have to tell you, I don't miss it at all. I'm shocked that I don't miss it, but I don't care. Yeah, same, right, Queen Bee? Yeah, I feel so much better. But look, see, I'm taking that out, and now I have this beautiful pepper, and you're not gonna feel the inflammation. Cody, now that you're making homemade bread, Cody, try doing the 1-to-1 flour from, I can teach you guys, if you're into gluten-free, I can teach you a really good flour bucket. La, 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 I can't hear you. June, you're so funny. You don't have to hear me. Listen, Andrea, I never thought I was going to be one, because I'm a cracker girl, and I love crackers, and I love bread and cheese. I love that stuff. And I will tell you, I don't do the weight thing at all. I don't deal with that. But I cannot believe I know, me too, June, but I have intolerance. Yeah, Beth. So usually, Beth, people who have celiac, that is usually something genetic, a grandparent, something like that. Check and see, the C illness, sometimes colon, gut, any of those can be traced back to undiagnosed. Hey, Edie, undiagnosed celiac. I don't care, Sarah. I do rice. I eat rice now. I don't really miss it. But I like beans. Like I like bean salads and stuff, so it doesn't bother me. Your father had, Beth, was he ever diagnosed with celiac? Probably not. Yep, parasites too, but we're not allowed to talk about that on here, unfortunately. Ooh, I have to finish my book, my cleanse thing, our cleanse book. It's almost done. All my body is pain. Ashy, I'm telling you. Do you eat a lot of nightshades? You have celiac, Peggy? Yeah. Nope, he's gone 25 years. How old? I am not a meat person. Right now, because it's warm at 70, I would look at that line, look at family members on his side, how many people went through that, how many people had gut issues. That could be. That's the way I've seen it and learned about that. So you might see a connection, especially that your daughter has it and you have an intolerance. Were you tested for celiac? I eat a lot of carbs, white flours, not too much veg. And I'm telling you, you want to kind of dial that back a little bit. You're in the right place. I know, Tyler, you're working it. Ebook for blood pressure just came out, and there's a free meal plan in there. Check. And I'm here. I'm always around. I'm here to help. Pam, my sister died of liver and colon cancer at 56. I think it was related to sugar and processed foods. Berry Girl, also, like somebody in here said, that P word that we're not supposed to say too much about, it really makes a difference, And so a lot of that stuff. So let's talk about my schedule for a second. So tomorrow morning, I might come on. It just depends on how much work I have to do. I don't know how much cooking I'm going to be doing because I have to get everything packed for our catering. I'll try and go on in the morning, but Monday night I will be on at 7:30 at night Eastern time. We will be doing our casserole class. We're going to do some fun casseroles. I'm going to do some vegan ones, and I'm going to show you how to meal prep them. So if you're doing a casserole, you can take them to work, and you're not just doing, hey, Brandy, thanks for the follow. And thanks, Sally, for the follow. Thanks for the follow. You guys, join the party. You're going to have fun. Check out my link. It's going to be great. And then I think we're going to go on most nights now. I think we're going to move the kitchen pharmacy class to later in the day because it's, yes, Cheryl, they will be. They'll be hanging out with Stan. The recipes will be there. Yeah, I think, and the cleanse book is over 100 pages, 100 pages, and you're going to learn there's going to be a lot of stuff in there about cleansing. So now you learned how to cut a pepper. Let's talk about how do we peel and keep, hey Peggy, thanks for my heart. Yes, you can get them from Stan, and if you're new here, it's $7, and it's like a virtual recipe book of information. Not only that, but there's a lot of food and healing in there. There's stuff about inflammation, arthritis, the C word. We have in there teas, cold and flu. Hey Mildred, how are you? Let me wash my hands. All of that fun, everything you can think of. The subscriber nights, there's recipes in there that we post on the Book of Face. If you're still on the Book of Face, you can download all of that also, and it's wonderful. And then there's a lot of freebies on there too you can download. And I'm waiting for my Pantry makeover to come back, all done, and it's gonna, you'll be able to download that too. Yes, we can post live recordings in there. Ah, someone just said that they were sad to miss it. I know. So you can, so what do we want to do? You're going to miss the, well, so if you're a subscriber, YouTube is going to have all of those up there. It is really worth it. You guys have to do the $5. It's so worth it. All right, now, how do you peel potatoes? Suppose you're going to have a party and you want to peel your potatoes the night before because you're going to make baked potato, mashed potatoes, or you just don't want the skin. I have here two, oh, you'll be on a plane? Okay, so you'll be able to catch it. Robin's so funny. You spend $5 on a cup of coffee. And this is like a virtual cup of coffee constant. Nope, all posted in the community, all in one place. Yes. All right, so now I'm peeling this potato. Now, once you peel a potato, they kind of oxidize and get brown. Sarah, reach out to Tyler. We'll fix it. Just become a sub again. We'll fix it for you. Listen, I'm not trying to hurt anybody or do something that's going to affect how much you love being here. I just have to make a little bit of money to keep doing what I'm doing. I know that makes sense, and I don't want to be shilling for money. I know a lot of people get upset about that. And actually, Cheryl said it to me one time when we first met and we first had the politics of food. We had a little sort of off-site conversation with a group of people. And she said, I appreciate you because you're not always asking for money. And I really don't want to be that person. But I do, I want to keep giving you value. Yeah, that's kind of like that. It's an energy exchange, And to bug people for diamonds and gifts, and it doesn't work. Hey, JC, how are you? Yeah, that's kind of it. So now what I do with this is, thanks for the follow, guys. So now what I'll do with this is, and then if you guys are into soup, I have a beautiful cookbook. It's really pretty. I can show it to you too. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these. Like tomorrow, I'm good, thank you. How are you? I'm doing good. Sarah, you subscribed? Good. All right, just reach out to Tyler. He'll take care of the rest of that. And then, look, so this is what we're going to do. So if you like to peel your potatoes ahead of time, do you have farmers markets? No, Alexandria, I work in a little shop it does cost money to cook for you guys. Actually, can I tell you all the stuff that I got today? And I'm not saying this for any other reason that we're talking about money right now, but it was $86 to bring all of this food to you, to go over it. And well, I'm not going to say that. It was about 45 of that was for this. But I work in a store in Ridgefield, Connecticut for the past 20 years, Nature's Temptations. And the owner and I said years ago that we had to educate people about the importance of eating clean organic food. So a lot of times you'll see me live in there, or you'll see me here in my home cooking and teaching. Right. For me to break even, I have to sell 4 cooking classes. Pretty much. That's how it works. But it's very, very hard for me to talk about money because I want to do this to help. All right, let's move on. So now this is what I'm going to do. I want to show you, once you peel these potatoes, they begin to oxidize. So if you wanted to peel them for like a dinner party or something like that, you really want to, thank you for subscribing. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Now, if you go see Stan, you'll be able to sign up for the recipe vault, and all of the recipes will be in there. And then you'll get live. Hey, get off the dog. Don't hurt the little babies. I'll show you my doggies in a minute. Then you go and you join the recipe vault, and that's where you'll download all the recipes. And it's $5. So for less than $9.99. So it's $2.99 and $5. $5, $6, $7.99. So less than $8, you have everything. That's good. A month. And you have access to a ton of recipes. I'm just drinking water. All right, look at that. Beautiful. Cheaper than a meal at McDonald's. That's very true. Okay, so I want to get a bucket. So now what we're gonna do is, this is how you're gonna store. And this is also, hey, Kate. Now I'm gonna put these in here and I'm gonna fill this with water. Yeah, the Stan stores, you can meet Stan in the bio. Yes, Tass, that's what we're doing. We're putting him back in here. Kate's back, all right? And I'm gonna put this in with water. Now, the same goes for celery. Now, I'm gonna store these in water overnight. I have a little bit of oxygen in my water. I don't know why, but it's okay. Thanks for the follow. I was subscribed before. Don't know what happened, but I had to resub. No worries. Okay, so here you go. Done. And now you could leave these in this water. You could leave these in this water for like 2 days before you'd have to change it. And now you're ready. Thank you, Andrea. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, join the Stan party. I always slice my potatoes and put them in salt water. Yeah, you could do salt water. Thanks for the heart. You could do, thanks, Mets. Yep, I put them in the fridge. Don't leave them out on the counter. They'll get all bubbly. You're one of 2 creators I sub to all the time. Thanks, Sarah. Yeah, I mean, I think I give you guys a lot of information, and I'm here. I will answer your questions. I kind of like talking to the chat. It's really fun. All right, now let's see. Let's check. Oh, you're one of 2 creators. Okay, thanks for the follow. Merle, thank you. Yay, 1 ebook purchase. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right, you guys want to see my cookbook? Her and Katie, guilty. Hold on, I'm going to show you. Hi, buddy. Don't be upset. I'm going to show you my cookbook. So I wrote my first cookbook, and it's all about soup. It's called Love by the Ladle. And early on, we had our first creators. We did thank you. We did our first, I never peel them. Am I eating more bugs and vermin? No, P. Jeffries. I think it's great. I do not like peeling fruits and vegetables. Woo! The book signing ever. I know we did a great book signing. But you guys voted, believe it or not, for the title of the book. It's called Love by the Ladle. And in here are 28 different soups. There's 8 different what do you call it? Stocks in here. There's a story about, it's the mirror. Oh my God. You in the mirror. You and the night and the music. Something's going on with live gifts. Hold on, let's see. You race me up. New gifts, journey pass. What's going on? There's so much going on. It's telling us we need 10 journey passes. Okay, hold on. All right, guys, we need 10, it says. It's a live goal. How do we do that? Hold on. Ugh. I do not enjoy this part of the game. Pin it. Okay, guys, there you go. All right, so here you go. So encourage your viewers. All right. Your viewers to help. Send some love to Blue Organic Cocoas. Okay, right, here you go. So here, Rainbow Mini Stars. Woo, June. Cheryl Journey Passes. Crazy. Just joined the new membership group. Woo, Lee. Yay, 10 got LOL. Did we do it already? So look, my friend, Jag Studios, if you guys like photography, thank you, Sarah. If you guys like photography, my dear friend, thank you, $5 exclusive community, link in bio, whoop, whoop. She photographed all my pictures. You already made 3 of the soups in here. I love that. I know her photos are really beautiful. So it's a beautiful book, and the soups are wonderful. And what I love about the soups in this book is they're large quantities. So you have extra and you can freeze it, which is great. And if you order it from Stan, I'll sign it. So, and it's $39. And there you go. And didn't we do something like, if you buy the book, don't you get like something off on the cooking class? What did we do? There was some kind of interesting thing. I don't remember. Okay, next, well, let's talk about greens. Here's our organic greens. Look at how pretty these are. Now, I love making kale salad, and I'm gonna show you a way to make raw kale salad and how you do it without cooking your kale. But I'm only gonna show you a little bit because I don't wanna use all my kale. I wanna use it for tomorrow for a salad. But I'm gonna show you 2 pieces, and then I'm gonna show you how to do it. All right? So when you have your kale, oh, that's weird, let me put this in the sink. When you have your kale, how do you take the stem of a kale off? It's so simple, you ready? And you just pull it, and it comes right off. So easy, okay? That's it, done. Now, you could chew on this, it's fine. And now what you're gonna do is, how do you cut it? Hey, Christopher Michael, how are you? Thanks for coming. Do you hear my dogs? They're out of their minds. All right, I'm gonna get a knife and we are going to cut our kale, and then I'm gonna show you how you break it down. Because some people say, oh, how are you supposed to eat kale like this? If it's raw, it's so hard. So I'm gonna show you. Well, I'm going to show you. So you're gonna kind of take your kale and you see how, hi. And then we're gonna kind of wrap this all up. You see how it's like sort of in a ball and it's tight. This is a very easy way to cut your kale. Look at that. Look at this. All right. So now it's all ready to go. Now, I want to make a kale salad with you. So we're going to take our bowl and I'm going to show you how you do it. So you're going to put your greens in here, and you're not going to blanch them. You're not going to cook them or in any way. We're going to keep them raw. Thank you for my roses. All right. Thank you, June. All right. You see this, right? Now, hold on. We're going to use some olive oil. Do I have olive oil? I think I forgot to bring home olive oil again. Drats. All right, so we'll use our avocado oil. Oh, this is chosen. Wait, I think I have one open. Yes, we'll use Primal Kitchen. I got Primal Kitchen here. Oh, I think there's one already open. Hold on. Here we go. Primal Kitchen. I love this olive oil. I mean, this is avocado, sorry. This is Primal Kitchen. All right, what are you making? Yeah, I'm gonna show you how you make a kale salad. You love me a good kale salad. It's good, right? So I don't think I have any red onion, but I usually do red onion and oranges. And this is my recipe. You guys ready? Oh, what's the matter, sad boy? You look so sad sitting there. Okay, we're gonna use, do I have lemon or just lime? Hold on, let me see. Oh, that's lime. Is this lemon? Yes, lemon. Okay, so I have lemon juice, and I'm gonna add some olive oil, right? Yes, you're in the right place. Okay, I'm just gonna add a little bit of olive oil. I mean, I usually use olive oil, but this is avocado. Either one, doesn't matter. And then I'm gonna add a little salt. Now the salt helps break down, will help break this down. I love sauteed kale too. Oh yeah, either way. I like stewed kale with like green beans and stuff. All right, now, oh, you want to put the orange in? Let's put the orange in. We'll go the whole way. If I had red onion, which I don't have, I would put the red onion in also. Well, you could do dandelion, you could do lacinato kale. No, it's not bitter. We're gonna add a little bit of orange. Hi, buddies. They're all jumping around. Now, I like to keep some of this pith because that's where the high vitamin C content is and the bioflavonoids. So you want to leave that as much as you can tolerate because it does make it a little bit extra bitter. But let's do that. I'm just going to cut some of this out. And see, I'm kind of leaving a little bit of the pith in there. All right. Now, you could if you want to make your house smell delicious, you could put this in a pot of water and let it steam and let it boil. and it smells so good in the house. You know, that's an air freshener, not the gooby ones that you buy and you plug in and you're just adding like hot chemicals to the air. Instead, take your orange peel with a cinnamon stick and put this in, a thyme leaf, an oregano leaf, and let this boil. Yeah, cloves too. That's what cleans your air. Nope, you're gonna watch. You're gonna see it work right now. And you just, here, I'm gonna do this in my house, and when my husband comes back, he's gonna be like, God, the house smells delicious. Especially if your house is, you know, people are not feeling good. See, I just fill it up in here. Look at that. Make it into a tea, yeah. And then we're just gonna let that sit on the stove, and it's gonna really fill the air. Now, the last ingredient to the dressing is a little lemon juice, right? Remember that. Stop using those plug-ins. Do this in the air. Use your orange peels. It makes it, it smells so good in the house. All right, now, do I have any, oh, I wanna just get a glove. Now, when you do this, so now you have all of these things in here, right? No plug-ins, don't do it. You should make recipes for air fresheners. Okay, I could do that. Maybe we'll do that. You wanna do that for the kitchen pharmacy? Did I say we were gonna do anything yet for kitchen pharmacy? Now watch, you're gonna take this and you're gonna press the leaves together. You see what I'm doing? I'm actually really being very hard on the kale. I'm mashing it up. And I'm kind of breaking up the oranges and creating a really lemony, beautiful kale salad. And I'm really breaking down. So the salt and the, aromatherapy is great too if you're using real oils, but you can't use the fake stuff. You know the stuff that you get with the sticks? And you don't want that. You really want to, yeah, we're massaging the kale. But you don't want to use those fake things. They're not good. Also, you know, your dishwasher too. If you're using those really bad, smelly dishwasher pods that have very high, like, smelliness, or the laundry soap that gets all over your clothes, that stuff is not good. Why are you doing that to the cabbage? Mary, this is kale, and I'm making a raw kale salad. And what I'm showing you is I'm trying to break down the membrane so it's easy to digest and you have a nice raw salad. Now, if you put a little red onion in this, delish. Delish, delish, delish. They're the worst, Kath. Dishwasher pot. You know, I noticed that a few years back. I walked by my dishwasher. My husband was using a famous dishwashing thing, and it didn't dawn on me. Everything else, shampoos, skincare, I don't know, hand cream, body creams, everything is clean. And I walked by my dishwasher, which is actually right in front of me. Well, it wasn't in this house, it was a different house. And a cloud of toxic gas was coming out of the dishwasher, and I freaked out. And that was the end of it. I was like, never again. I never want that in our house again. And we never did. Same with, we don't, I should make laundry soap with you guys. Hyperthyroidism, that could be true. It could be the vitamin K in there. I would have to read a little bit and know a little bit more about what's going on. But yes, probably. Yeah, so this salad is what we sell in the store, and we sell gobs and gobs of it. But you see now, it's very easy to digest because you do it. I use two, Debbie. I'll show you. We have the 7th generation one and the e-cover one. We use Method Cleaner, 7th generation cleaner in the house, or I'll make my own if I have time. With thyme and, oh, you know what else I use that I love? I'm gonna show you. when anybody gets sick, we do not use Lysol in this house. We use the 7th generation one. And this one's lavender vanilla with thyme. And I love this. I love these. Especially if anybody gets sick in the house, I'll spray this and stuff, and it's you know, it's so much cleaner and healthier, and it does the job we need. So this would be how you massage your kale. Did you guys all see that? That's how you break it down, and you get you know, a raw kale salad, and it's easily digested. So these are the kind of things, you know, when we do the classes, if you go to Stan, you will see all the different classes and the recipes you're gonna get, and we're gonna cook them together live, and it's like how much is it? $25? So what? Okay, and we will be doing, you'll be able to have me, and you'll see me, and if you want, I can see you. The cooking classes, Sarah, are gonna be 7 o'clock, 7:30 on, what time are they? 7 or 7:30? I forget, Tyler. And they're going to be on, you know, Zoom. I'm not allowed to say that, but yes. And you're going to get 7 to 9. And I'm sure we're going to be later than that. So on Sunday nights, because I did a poll when we were planning this. Yes, Yara. Kale, oranges, lemon juice, red onion. And then I used a little bit of salt, a little bit of, usually use olive oil, but because I don't have that, I used the avocado and lemon juice. It's nice. It's nice. Now, if you don't want to use lemon juice, you could use orange juice and zest some orange in there, which is really nice. So the cooking classes are, I think we're doing brunch. I'm going to do a campfire cooking class. We're doing a back to school. No, I'm not doing a class tomorrow. They start next Sunday. I'm going to do twice a month. See how we do. 50 and Queening. Followed the live creator. Thank you. Oh, Tyler, that's a big one. So if you buy a cooking class tonight, you get into the recipe community for free. For what? 6 months? 6 months free in the recipe community? Or 2 free months? What are we doing? Thanks for the follow. Thanks for my heart, Mimi. Little nutritional yeast to kale salad is great. Yeah, I don't ever use that for some reason. I don't know why. I just don't. Yummy. All right, next, what can we do? All right, you want to hear about my spice blends? You know how sometimes people buy a bunch of spice blends? I create all my spice blends. So get your pen out and let's do those. We got a few more minutes. All right, let's see if we can fill up our brunch cooking class or any of our other cooking classes. Check out the Stan store and you can pick a class. All right.